So here's a video I wanted to cover for some time now. Would Johnny Lawrence beat Chozen Taguchi? Now, it really depends on which time we're talking about here. Since we don't know where Chozen has gone once Cobra Kai show has begun, then we have to take the situation back to 1986 when Karate Kid 2 came out. Johnny Lawrence versus Chozen would be an interesting match for sure. So many might say, well, Daniel beat Johnny and he also beat Chozen. That's not really how it works here. Daniel beat Johnny on a point-to-point system in a tournament, with lots of referees around. How many times did Johnny lose a point or need the refs to cut in so that they could save Daniel from getting put into a body bag? Many times. In a real fight, like on the beach, I think Johnny would have won for sure. However, in a real fight against Chozen, I think he would have gotten destroyed. Now, it pains me to say that because Johnny is one of my favorite characters, and I can analyze it in depth, which I will in this video, but to make it short and sweet, just look at what happened to Johnny when Daniel used the crane kick on him. He was totally blindsided and it cost him the tournament. He got a kick to the face and that was it. Then look at what happens when Daniel uses the crane kick against Chozen. Now, Chozen hasn't ever seen this technique, we can assume, unless it's something that Miyagi worked on with Sato when they were kids, but I really highly doubt it, considering Miyagi left Okinawa when he was still a young man, after he disgraced Sato by winning Yukie's love. Sato doubtfully taught it to Chozen, so let's assume that he didn't. For argument's sake. Chozen sees the attack, he knows it's something weird and different looking, so he approaches with caution. He fakes Daniel until Daniel makes his move, and he catches the leg as he's still approaching, shifting his attack to a leg grab and punishing Daniel's knee for it. Now, the only real reason Daniel won was because of the village having his back. And of course plot armor, because how terrible would it be if Daniel lost and kind of died in Karate Kid 2. Chozen must have felt very defeated in that situation. Emotionally, I'm talking about. The entire village wanted him to lose, including Sato, his uncle, his only family that we know of. His honor was destroyed, and with conjunction of Daniel using the drum technique and the entire village using the drum technique, he had the high ground in that situation. Now if Johnny and Chozen were fighting, I think it would go something like this. Johnny would get a few good hits into Chozen's face and stomach. A couple good combos until Chozen eventually got mad and felt his honor was disrespected and disgraced. After that moment, he would probably unleash on Johnny, eventually tiring him out and then clocking him in the face and then kicking him a few times and then choking him. He would show Johnny true Okinawan karate to the max. The way of the fist would meet its match on that day, and Johnny would go home beaten, and that is if Chozen didn't kill him. Now again, it pains me to say that because Johnny's one of my favorites, but if Miyagi beat up Sensei Kreese, and Kreese taught Johnny, then it makes sense that Miyagi's equal, Sato, would train his student to beat Kreese's. However, I think if it were now, during the time of Cobra Kai, then things would be different, and Johnny might just win. Stay tuned for the next video where I cover if Johnny could take on Mike Barnes or Terry Silver even. I mean, what if we get Silver coming back in Season 3 and Johnny has to fight him? What I would really like to see is for Johnny to fight Mike Barnes, because that whole match with him against Daniel wasn't really right. We all know Daniel lost that one a million times, and it was just the point system that once again saved him. Anyways, let me know all your thoughts down below. Do you agree or disagree? Thank you for watching. Hit like on this video if you enjoyed it, and until the next episode, remember, pain does not exist in this dojo.